Hello all my dear students, I am your Megha ma'am. Today I am going to take your class. So you have already done the lesson 7 first part and second part thus far, and now the rest part and the last part I am going to take. Let's begin. Days went by. So many days gone by. One morning the king came into Alicia's room. One morning the king Watkins the First came into his eldest daughter's room. He was sighing heavily and seemed low-spirited. The king was very upset and was taking long, deep and audible breaths. He sat down miserably, leaning his head upon his hand and his elbow upon the kitchen table. So the king sat down wretchedly, and he kept his head upon his hand and his elbow upon the kitchen table. Alicia asked, "What is the matter, Papa?" So Alicia was worried about such condition of her father and asked, "What happened, Papa?" "I am extremely poor, my child," the king replied. So the king replied that he was excessively poverty stricken. "Have you no money at all, Papa?" Alicia inquired. So Alicia again asked her father that whether he had a little amount of money or not. "None, my child." So the king said he was absolutely penniless. "Is there no way left of getting any, Papa?" So Alicia is asking for any other ways. Is there any kind of way of getting money? "No way," said the king. "I have tried very hard, and I have tried all ways." The king said he had tried each and every possible ways, but there is no way. When she heard those last words, the Princess Alicia began to put her hand into the pocket where she kept the magic fish bone. So Alicia said that after hearing that, Alicia took out the magic fish bone from her pocket. "Papa," said she, "when we have tried very hard and tried always, we must have done our very best." So Alicia told that when we have experimented all the ways, then we have tried our level best. "No doubt, Alicia, no doubt about it. When we have done our very best, Papa, and that is not enough, then I think the right time must have come for asking help of others." This was indeed the very secret connected with the magic fishbone. So according to Alicia, when one did not get all that was wanted, in spite of doing his best, then that is the right moment or time for asking others help. So she took out from her pocket the magic fish bone that had been dried, rubbed and polished till it shone like mother of pearl. Alicia took out from her pocket the present from Good Fairy. She gave it a little kiss and wished it was salary day. She kissed it, she prayed it to be the salary day. And immediately the king's salary came rattling down the chimney and bounced into the middle of the floor. So instantly the king's salary came there at once from the chimney and jumped up into the middle of the floor. Immediately afterwards, the good fairy Grand Marina came riding in a carriage drawn by 4 peacocks, dressed in silver and gold. So the good fairy Marina came then riding in a cart which was drawn by 4 peacocks, and she was dressed in silver and gold. "Alicia, my dear," said the charming old fairy, "how do you do?" The Princess Alicia embraced her. So the graceful Grand Marina asked Alicia that how is she? The princess hugged her. Grand Marina turned to the king then. "I suppose you know the reason now why Alicia did not use the fishbone sooner." So then the old lady made the king realize that necessary things should be used at the right moment. The king made her a shy bow, so the king agreed with the old lady. "It only remains," said Grand Marina in conclusion, "to make an end to the fishbone." So Grand Marina wished to make an end of that fishbone because the magic fishbone could be used only once. So she took it from the hand of the Princess Alicia, and it was instantly grabbed by the little snapping pug dog next door. So taking the fish bone from Alicia's hand, Grand Marina threw it out of the house, and the dog next door grabbed it.